As for a mindset for the Dallas Cowboys, this the one. This the one that was circled for Coach Mike. This the one that was circled for Dak Prescott.
You want to take a little bet? Because you hype on the Cowboys.
100%.
You do?
Dinner.
My choice?
Yep.
Can I bring the homies? Can I bring a date?
Absolutely. 5 people, whatever restaurant, same for me. It's a bet.
Hey, you lawyer? You
make sure you sign it next to me, too, so we know.
Will.
The show gonna be good on Monday, too, after this one.
James, you have officially lost the bet. I just got one question. What's the budget? What's the budget?
Oh, man, you know, he picked the restaurant, man, we're going. I mean, a bet is a bet.
A bet is a bet.
So I
Strong man.
I can't go back on that now.
Out here.
I know it. Hey, I done been out here for a little bit now. I know they in my pockets, but you know, hey, a bet is a bet.
Joy Taylor, looking good, girl. James Jones, my man, looking good.
My dog.
Honorable brother. Real quick, the bet, just real quick. So 5 friends and a date and a...
Well, your date
in a restaurant?
I think the date was included in the
five.
And that blowout, I should get 2.
Nah.
We eat steak.
We keep it out here.
And lobster.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, speaking of Shady, James Jones talked that talk last week. He was very confident in these Dallas Cowboys. So it's simple for me. Who should be more embarrassed, James Jones or Dak Prescott?
Jones.
First question is, are you still confident?
Yes, I'm not jumping ship, Cowboys.
Sit in the middle, him and Dak. I gotta blame. He's more of the... Because I told him this.
You did.
And we teammates. My thing is like,
yeah, we are
I don't want you to be wrong.
Yeah.
I just want you to embrace the truth.
That's it.
And the truth was, I was right.
That's it.
So, yeah,
time you was right,
I'm more embarrassed for James Jones.
More embarrassed for James Jones?
That's right.
Joy Taylor, more embarrassed, James Jones or Dak Prescott?
I was sitting on the couch, Shady.
He was not out there throwing them picks.
Thank
yes, I got to go with Dak Prescott. We didn't. If we had a James Jones cam like in the corner while the blowout was going on to have to see the reaction to all the picks.
You wouldn't be able to see. I turned it off at halftime.
Yeah, listen, I don't blame you. It was a rough watch, but no, I'm going to go with Dak Prescott. He was the one doing it.
Jay, how embarrassed are we, sir?
We're embarrassed, man. And I'm embarrassed for Dak Prescott. And obviously, like I said, I'm not jumping ship, you know, but I truly was sitting on the couch watching this game, and I felt the pain of Dallas Cowboys fans, lifelong Dallas Cowboys fans, because I've been rooting for the Cowboys for the last 5 weeks, and I'm like, this here's some BS. I'm stressed out and all that type of stuff. Like, what are we doing as Dallas Cowboys? But no, I'm embarrassed for Dak Prescott, and the reason why is because my coach always taught me, one of my mentors, he say, you always got to be at your best when your best is needed.
I hope it wasn't Mike McCarthy.
Nah. You got to be at your best when your best is needed, right? Every time Dak Prescott best is needed, he don't show up. And that's just me keeping it real. And I'm a Dak fan. Everybody that watches the show know that I go back and forth with Shady all the time on Dak Prescott at any quarterback. But he's never at his best when his best is needed. That's in a big-time regular season game. That's in a big-time playoff game. Dak Prescott is never at his best. And last night it showed. And the whole team got beat down. Kudos to the 49ers. They ran the ball. They threw the ball. They did whatever they wanted to do on the defense against the defense of the Dallas Cowboys. They had no answer for Brock Purdy in there. But as for Dak Prescott, you got clearly outplayed by Brock Purdy, and you weren't at your best when your best is needed, man. That's disappointing. As me rooting for you up here.
Who are we kidding here? Right now the jokes is over. It's Dak Prescott. I told you guys. That's what happens when you make him have to throw the ball. The defense had a bad day, right? And we need our $100 million quarterback to make a difference, right? Help us out. Pick us up. We couldn't do it. I mean, for God's sakes, he had 3 picks.
3 of them.
He had more picks than girls on Instagram. Taking pictures. I mean, what can we say about this? Seriously, though. The thing with Dak Prescott is that I told you, if you can't hide him. They've been hiding, playing the Jets, the Patriots. Who else they played? Who else they played that was garbage? Giants. You can hide them. Defense goes out to get sacks, trip fumbles, locking everything up, getting great field position. Then when we need Dak Prescott to play a good game, this is what he does. A funny thing, they brought in Brandon Cooks. Hell of a receiver. Speedster, though. Right? He ain't there to be doing reverses and doing a couple 6-yard hitches. He takes the top off. He goes deep. But you bring him to an offense where you're scared for your quarterback to throw the ball. Why bring him? So when you ask me who's more embarrassed, it has to be Dak Prescott. I mean, he told the world that, hey, listen, you like my cowboy hat first? He told the world, oh, I won't throw 10 picks. Well, darn, you got 4 already. We got, what, this game week 5?
You turned into a cowboy. Well, darn.
You see what I'm saying? So I couldn't wait today. I'll tell you what, last night, boy, I mean, I don't want to be a hater, but man, I was so happy last night. Like, oh, he's not 1, not 2, but 3. When I came to work today, I just walked in here like I got a new contract. So if you ask me the question, it has to be Dak Prescott.
It's crazy because Dak Prescott was throwing picks to backups. That's when I lost.
Ooh.
When I lost it, I'm like, Dak started throwing picks to backup linebackers. I said, wait a second now, Dak. Wait a second. Throwing a pick to Fred Warner, I get it. It's acceptable. That's all pro. Yeah. But now you're throwing picks to backups? Yeah. Can't happen. Can't do it, won't do it, can't win with it. Joy, who do you blame most for the Cowboys' loss?
No, I get a little moment too.
I got your little hat too, though, by the way, Joy.
Oh, you didn't bring it?
That's why I got your hat for you. You know what I mean?
Okay,
That's pink. It's pink.
I love pink.
With a little white, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I can be pink. Pink cowboy. I gotta blame Mike McCarthy. Dak Prescott gets a lot of blame. He was the one out there throwing the picks.
For me today.
But I know, sorry, we gotta keep it real. We get paid to be honest around here. And the reason I blame Mike McCarthy is because it was an all-around loss.
Right.
Like the offense did not do a good job. Dak Prescott threw all those picks. We watched what happened. But the defense wasn't there either. And when things kind of start to slip away from you, what do you as a coach do to make adjustments? You wanted to take this over from Kellen Moore. You wanted the responsibility. So if the offense isn't looking the way that it's supposed to look in a big game like this, who do we blame?
Yeah.
Because Dak Prescott was throwing picks with Kellen Moore, and he's throwing picks with you. The offense isn't looking as sharp as it was before under Kellen Moore. This is a responsibility you wanted to take over. Because at least last year, we couldn't make the argument that the offense wasn't putting up points.
Correct. Right.
We couldn't make the couldn't make the argument that they were not being productive.
Yeah, correct.
Now, Dak was throwing too many picks, but the offense was productive. So they were a more balanced team, which is what me and Shady have been trying to tell the world for weeks now. Yes, the defense, when it is playing at a generational level, it's really hard for anybody to mess that up. Just don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. We don't need you to go out there and push the ball down the field, get it to Brandon Cooks. But there will be a time when you do need to do that. And we hadn't seen them be able to do that, but also capitalize in the red zone. That is important. That is how you're going to beat teams that are putting up 42 points on your defense. Yeah. How are you able to balance that? I was told, I don't know what I'm talking about. The defense is part of the team, too. Well, last time I checked, the defense isn't responsible for scoring points. Their responsibility is to keep the other team from scoring points. If your defense also happens to score points for you, what a lovely bonus. What a luxury to have. But you can't expect that from them week in and week out. And perhaps maybe we overvalue the Cowboys defense a little bit now that we have seen this in 2 games and 5 games. That is a little bit of information.
They're a good team, too.
I still think the Cowboys are a good team. I'm not going to go great. I think they're a good team. But we saw exactly what the holes were with this team. That's why I have to put it on Mike McCarthy, because he took that role, and the offensive production has not been the same.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm with you on coaches.
Okay.
I'm with you on coaches. Crazy enough, I think it's on Mike McCarthy. That's who I blame, and I blame Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator.
Ooh.
Getting out schemed. Point blank. Period. Like, I blame both of them.
Oh, they got out coached for sure. Kyle Shanahan did his thing, right? And Dan Quinn's a hell of a defensive coordinator.
Hell of a coordinator.
But even with when Joy was talking about this, like the fault of Mike McCarthy, I blame him, but it's hard to, because like, this is what I'm stuck with. These are my cards. I don't know if y'all play cards, but these are I can't trade my hands. This is my hand. And when I look at the offense of the Cowboys, I've been saying this since week 1. What happens when you have to play quarterback? What happens when you have to play offense? When your quarterback has to go out and throw the ball, you can't have this conservative offense. You see the difference? You're showing all the different plays. I love that, right? With McCaffrey and the running games and all that. What about throwing the ball? Throwing the ball, Brock Purdy was doing everywhere.
Yep.
Over the middle, outside,
wherever.
here, there, everywhere. Open playbook. You look at the Cowboys. The only time they threw the ball deep is when Dak was in trouble trying to get the ball out of his hands. Since week 1, they've been playing this conservative offense. We're going to run the ball and let our defense win the game. Why are you playing like you got a rookie quarterback? That's what I'm saying. I'm not being hard on Dak. I'm just saying you can't win in this league like that. You can beat them weak teams. You can beat them teams that's, you know, them other regular teams. You can beat them guys. But the top teams, you can't do that. We need our quarterback to play quarterback. Deliver the ball. Throw the ball downfield. First of all, the defense for the Niners, they took out CeeDee Lamb, right? Now, I was surprised I didn't see CeeDee Lamb motion a lot, move him around a lot, but they didn't do that, whatever it is. The Niners took him away. They gave him some double coverage sometimes. But then after that, then what? If I know you're not pushing the ball down the field, I'm going to play the sticks. And I'm going to shut the run game down. And that's exactly what they did. Week 1, they did it yesterday. That's the problem. So when you're saying, what's the Cowboys' issue? You can go Dan Quinn a little bit. You can go with Mike McCarthy. But the truth of the matter is Dak Prescott. You cannot win if you don't push the ball down the field.
Well, you were saying this leading up to the game. You've really been saying this since.
I didn't hear you say that again. I don't know if they TV sometimes.
But when he threw 3 picks, exactly when you said it would happen.
Come on.
Which was when you needed the offense to press. Now, look, sometimes a quarterback may throw a pick if they have to press.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
And you knew you were going to have to probably play up to their level.
That's right.
But the issue I have with this game in particular is it didn't even look like the game in the postseason last year.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, these are 2 different games.
Yeah.
So the Niners are beating you convincingly. They're beating you schematically.
Yeah.
They're out-coaching you. They're beating you with a rookie quarterback. Keep in mind, again, Brock is legit. Brock is the franchise quarterback. He doesn't lose. If he's starting and finishing a game, he's winning a game. He's still a rookie. Like, he has not played in 17 games in this league yet. So they're doing all of this to you any which way they want to. And it's coming down to, in this season, because these all are different seasons and different quarterbacks and different teams, I get it. This season, what we watched was exactly what Shady and I were trying to explain to you guys. When you have to go out there and push it offensively, when it's coming down to we're going to put the ball in Dak Prescott's hands, what is he going to do? Because he's not turning the ball over. He wasn't turning the ball over. Right. Why wasn't he turning the ball over?
Safe.
But here's why I can't blame Dak. And James, I might be throwing you a new. Here's why I can't blame Dak is because what was the primary difference in this game this year and the playoff game last year?
Defense.
Bingo.
It was defense.
It wasn't actually Dak. Yeah. Dak last year threw 3 picks.
No.
Dak last year threw 2 picks. Dak this year threw 3 picks. Last year, Brock Purdy didn't go off for 4 touchdowns, no picks. Last year, Brock Purdy was contained to the highest degree. This year, Brock Purdy went crazy. Yeah. Field day. Kittle. Field day. Yeah. So when I look at the difference in the games last year and this year, the score was a difference this year of 32 or so points.
Okay.
That wasn't a Dak thing. Yeah. That was a defense thing, James. That's where I look at it. It was.
Yeah. The defense didn't play well.
They didn't like atrocious.
But your offense needs to be able to pick it up. Your offense has to get them off the field.
Right.
Your offense needs to sustain drives.
We're a team.
Really quick.
Go ahead, sir.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Who do you blame most for the Cowboys' loss? It's Dak.
Ooh. Oh!
Dak has us pointing the finger at everybody. Is this a defensive league?
Offensive league, sir.
This is a quarterback-driven league.
It is.
If you have a good quarterback, you have an opportunity to win Super Bowls. This is a quarterback-driven league. That's why they always go #1 in the draft. You are always trying to find that quarterback because it's a quarterback-driven league.
You cooking.
They gave Dak Prescott all this money because they felt like that's our quarterback. Because this is a quarterback-driven league, we got lucky. Got him in the 4th round. We blessed. Romo, you out of there. All the stuff you did for us, you out of there. Dak is the guy. Dak Prescott has us blaming Coach Mike. He got us blaming Coach Quinn. I heard Michael Irvin and them on there this morning talking about he need a big-time receiver on the outside. Come on, Mike. Now we blaming the receivers, and I love Mike. But now we blaming the receivers. Brandon Cooks has played with 70 different quarterbacks, and he's always been a 1,000-yard receiver.
Good point.
Right? CeeDee Lamb, all-pro, Pro Bowl receiver. You got Gallup, who anybody will take as a 3rd receiver or a 2nd receiver. So he has the playmakers around him. But the way he played and the way he has played in big games got us blaming everybody else but Dak. And last night, me rooting for Dak and being a Dak fan,
got you in the hole.
He let us down. He let us down, and he did not play his best, and it's all on Dak. I don't care what nobody say.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.